Hello and welcome once again to this final playthrough of Scarlet Hollow, at least until the devs put out Chapter 5. So I kind of wanted to do this as just a way to, well, I mean, I'll be frank, to get this one over with. I want to close this game out and then focus on other games. I want to continue. I'm going to be starting or continuing Phantasmagoria tomorrow. But in the meantime, we have Chapter 4 of Scarlet Hollow, the hardcore mode run, the slight asshole mode run that I've been trying to go for. And so here we go. Let's see, do that and do that. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 4? Hello, Robert. How's it going today? I'm hoping Sammy jumps in here in just a second. Let me tag her. Hi. Get in here. All right. So no, we don't want a recap this time. We're just going to dive right into it. Yeah, not doing too bad today. I'm optimistic for the week. I'm looking forward to seeing how awesome things can be. I hope things are just as awesome for everybody else. You open your eyes. It's a new day. Last night seems so far away. You can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. But you know that furious spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. yet lingers, locked behind the doors of the town hall, still tied to the earth by its hatred of you and your bloodline. Should have given it my ears. Well, maybe not. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, have you heard from Stella? I haven't been able to get hold of her. Thought she might have at least checked in with you. You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Let's try calling her. Hey, what's up? That's right. I had forgotten about that. Oh, those people that did that with their voicemail. And yes, I was one of them. Anyway, leave a message or don't. I never check this thing. Yeah, same. I never check my voicemail. Don't leave me a voicemail, like ever. Yeah. The mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. Let's send her a text here. Morning, hot stuff. How could I not? You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Maybe she's just sleeping in. She walked off in the opposite direction from her house last night. I don't think I want to bet on that. Look, I know we haven't exactly gotten along, but we should meet up in town and look for her together. We haven't gotten along? I mean, I haven't been flirting hardcore with Kanika on this run, but I mean, I thought we were, I didn't think we were bad. I thought we were good. Hey, Sammy. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Let's visit the possum. I can't talk to Dustin or Dustin Mom, but hi, buds. The two opossums stare up at you. They both have bread now. That's nice. It is nice. I'm going to wave at them. Hey. Close the drawers. This is their home now, and there's nothing you can do to change that. We do still love them. We will always love Dustin and Dustin Mom. Take a shower, get the grubbies off. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. It feels good to wash away the grime of last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place and confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, you think about the afterlife, think about Stella running off, think about the two girls still buried in the horrible mine. But yeah, I'm leaving a lot of bad shit in my wake. Think about Gretchen and Stella's face as she pulled the trigger. Jesus Christ. Think about Sybil's warning. The worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne and whether you're ever truly alone. Think about someone special. Specifically, you think about Stella, Kanika, Avery, Oscar, Reese, Dr. Kelly, Wayne. You know what I'm noticing here? There's somebody absent. Who's missing from this list? No Tabitha. Wayne, in the way his powerful hands guided you to safety as you fled the library. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're done here. You are finished. Shower to completion. All right. Check the closet. You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Head downstairs. It's time to face your cousin. I'm a little disappointed. Oh, maybe. So remember the first night of the hardcore mode run, I kind of softly visited the forbidden wings of the house and then backed out saying I could always revisit later. I have not gotten that opportunity yet. I keep getting shoehorned and wrangled by Tabitha. And it kind of got me wondering, did I miss my chance of really putting my life on the line and exploring the rest of the house? I would like to. So we'll see if that opportunity presents itself here. Had to run. The librarian needed a new house, so I'm giving him the keys to the Maxwell place. Oh, that's nice of her. Wow. I didn't think she had it in her. And the miners decided to just strike today of all days, so I won't be around. I know there's no point asking you not to do anything reckless, but I'm asking anyway. Oh, Scout's honor. Be back late. Call if you get into trouble. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Oh, I don't have the option to explore the house. God damn it. I have a PB&J sandwich. Meh. Bullshit. I can't go outside. I can't try to pet Frau. I can't explore. For a game built on options, I'm not really having too many this time around. Of course, I am leaving just like a whole trail of consequences behind me. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. Ditchling, 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 ditchling. Ditchling. The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line, a feeling that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. Like a good barbecue sauce. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare out in the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that's blissfully unaware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, and the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you'd always taken to be the truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by a fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over, and you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Hey, you made it. Sammy, you missed, I got a phone call from Kanika about Stella because, she ran off and all that, and we haven't been able to get a hold of her. And Kanika said, I know we haven't really gotten along, but we can maybe work together this time. It's like, I thought we were good. I mean, not great, but I thought we were okay. I don't know. Hey, you made it. So apparently there's tension. I still haven't heard from Stella, and I've already seen a bunch of those ditchling things scurrying around in the broad daylight. I know my mom said they're harmless, but we should start looking for her. So how are you mentally? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole, but I also keep feeling like there are too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't just let her go running off into the woods to get eaten by a Bigfoot. Skunk ape. Not Bigfoot. If you were truly her bestie, you would know that. And my mom is just so chill right now, it's driving me nuts. She keeps giving me tea and ignoring anything I tell her about the weird stuff that's been going on around town. I figured if anyone would be interested in magic stuff, it'd be her, but she ends the conversation every time I start talking about it. Anyway, thanks for asking. Ranting helped. It does. I appreciate you pressing me on it. I love a good word vomit with a friend and just getting my shit out there and just trying to make sense of the world. Get my thoughts out there. And all right, mystical and street smart. 1-2 punch of traits here. Your mom is bullshitting you. I know when I cross paths with other people who share my gifts. She's powerful and she's hiding something. Is that so? That's a lot. Something does feel different between us right now, though. I think you're right. She's hiding something. I don't know what it would be, or why she can't just come out and tell us. She's always been an open book. So I guess there's a reason she's holding back. She and I can butt heads sometimes, but she's a good person, and she cares about what happens in this town. So this branch has been quite different now that I'm thinking about it. So it seems like with the chapters, you kind of get the main focal storyline point that you can't really deviate from. But other than that, the branches really do kind of take you into odd directions, because the last time on the last run, by the end of chapter 3, we were presented with the whole thing about, there's a cat, a metaphorical cat that's been following you and is not what they seem, that they're two-faced and they're, it's like somebody in my group. And I wasn't given that conversation this time around. And I still think it might be her grandma, even though that really wasn't an option last time. Or her mom. Yeah. Anyway, can't believe you think she might be an actual witch, not gonna lie. It's a little mind-blowing to think my mom could know how to do magic. But less than a day ago, I'd have been hard-pressed to wrap my head around witches existing at all. Maybe you're onto something here, but if she's a witch, that would mean my entire life has been a lie. Not necessarily. It doesn't change who you are. It doesn't define your childhood. I can't think about this right now. I need to be focused. This thought will just have to get in line with all the other pending existential crises. Yeah, right after that conversation, maybe your mom will shed some light on stuff. Well, I guess we should get started. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? Let's just check out her house. Yeah. Definitely. I probably should have done that before getting you to come all the way down here, but to be honest, I was scared of wandering off by myself just in case I ran into any other horrors from beyond the veil. It'd be great if this turns out to be nothing and she's just asleep in bed. Forgot to put her phone on charge. I've done it. I get it. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. The interior is cold, and not just physically. There's an absence of joy in life that leaves only a chill behind, the ghost of an empty house, and the sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. Yeah. This doesn't look like a break-in. It looks like somebody left the door open. Stella or someone else was in a hurry when they left. All right. I don't sense anything supernatural here, but I don't like the look of this. We should go in, right? Sure. Yeah, we did do this, so I'm only going to kind of like just cursory glance around. Although I am kind of curious if anything mystical pops up on me. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. There's a perfectly normal living room, no blood or viscera, not even a tipped over lamp. That's good. All right, yep, don't think we're going to find much else here. All right, so she's not here, and we still have no idea where she is. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I thought she would have just been sleeping in or something. Can't believe she's actually missing. Where to next? Oh, maybe this is where we have the cat conversation here. Let's do this. Supposed to get tea with your mom today. Maybe she'll have some ideas. My mom wanted to talk to you. She's probably going to give you some rocks or bundles of herbs for protection or something. We can humor her. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the two of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, Sir Harpsichord. Love the name. I don't know where I came up with that, but I love it. Hope you're sufficiently recovered from last night's fiasco. Yeah, that's a word for it. Sorry, Mom, it's just that Stella's missing, and Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. Jesus. You need bed rest and lots of fluid. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. What's in that tea, lady? I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Sir Harpsichord about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to him. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Bye, Sir Harpsichord. That's right. We do this, and then we can't take Kanika with us to Reese's, and that kicks off the whole thing. Kanika turns and heads towards the stairs without saying another word. There's something off here. It's as if Kanika's spirit dimmed at Sybil's words. Whatever that was, it didn't feel like the same person who stormed out of the general store just yesterday morning. That person wouldn't just do as she was told so easily. You can't help but notice an uncharacteristic firmness in Sybil's voice, too. She's sus. Maybe the relationship isn't so pleasant behind closed doors. Well, that often is the way, unfortunately. Sybil motions towards the tea room. What did you do to Kanika? Do? It almost sounds like you're accusing me of something. The only thing I did was tell her she should rest as any mother would, and she listened, as any child would. I don't trust her, but I want answers. So I'm playing along. She's going to slip. She's going to slip, and my mystical nature is going to figure her out. Please have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plants in the corner. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup of poison in front of you. It smells light and citrusy with an undercurrent of decaying earth and strychnine. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? Pretend to sip your tea while looking for an opening to dump it in one of the potted plants behind you. Yeah. Oh, that's good tea, lady. Threw it on the ground. All right. So how did you wind up in Scarlet Hollow? Let's do a little small talk. How about this weather? Oh, my family's been in these hills for a long time. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of hill folks. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. And here's your opening. Dump that tea. Did you know my mom? But of course. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Pearline was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say, she was not a very kind woman. Damn. Similar to Tamitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. Change the subject. I mean, don't really care. All done. Oh, good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough to drink. It should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal plants. Now, on to business. Sorry, Sammy. I was too quick. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Sure does look like you just poured this somewhere. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure, but we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here. A cat. An enemy lurking in plain sight. I'd like to see. I'm sure it wouldn't make much sense to most people. It'd probably just look like a confusing mess of old leaves, but you're free to take a look. You take the cup, staring down into it. It's just leaves. There's no pattern. Nothing swimming together in the dregs of your tea to give you any warnings or premonitions. After a long moment, Sybil takes the cup back from you. I hope that settled your curiosity. Don't worry if you couldn't make sense of it. It takes years to learn this sort of thing, even for someone with your propensities. She winks conspiratorially. It's a good word. That's a $10 word. How do I know you're not the cat? I suppose you don't. Though this is a different answer this time. Maybe it's not. I didn't remember verbalizing it to her like it was like an internal dialogue, like why? Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we did do this. Though I don't think the cat wouldn't exactly warn you about itself. Unless the cat was super clever, which cats are. Still, you can't rule anyone out, even the old woman with a tea obsession. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. We knew from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely that it's connecting to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we can try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Is there anything you've seen these past few days that come to mind? Oh, I don't think I've seen anything weird or dangerous or ominous or threatening in the slightest. Nothing. There is. The thought of those stones has pulled at the back of your consciousness since your encounter at the mines on Tuesday. Like, I could lie to her, but I don't think she'll see through it. And even though I'm thinking she's sus, there still is information that she might be able to lend me. There are these stones. Or maybe carvings or seals. They have some sort of odd demonic imagery carved in them. There was one in the mines, one in the house last night, and they keep giving me visions of the past and my family's history. Stones. I think you're onto something. The Scarlets built this town. Anything that can give you insight into their family history sounds like exactly the sort of thing you should be pursuing right now. I want to explore the house. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. You didn't get all this from tea leaves. Of course not. Tea leaves are merely a guide. Sometimes they help confirm suspicions or fill in where my intuition falls short. My family has lived in these hills a long time, as has yours. I know the Scarlets have secrets. I know Vivian was scared for you. But your place in all this is something we have to figure out together. And that's where little tricks like tea leaves come in handy. But we shouldn't digress. Do you know where you might find the next stone? I shouldn't seek out any more of them. Can I avoid the Reese thing? I haven't been able to do any branch that actually avoids the main chapter storyline, and I'm very curious to see if that's possible. You've seen how many ditchlings have been gathering around here. If what you've seen so far was not the main event, imagine how bad that's going to be. Anything that happens around those stones may be worth it if it means you're able to get ahead of your adversary and whatever threatens this town. I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. Ha! You dummy! I never even drank the tea. Magic is fake. Yes, I know. You tossed it into one of my houseplants. I just figured it'd be rude to point it out to you. Damn it. How did she know that? She was looking the other way when you dumped your tea. Still, you empty the cup. That's more than enough to do a reading. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. Damn it. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Later, cat. Sybil closes the door to the tea room, the bells of its door strangely flat in the stale air of the nearly empty general store. Hey, Miles, you want to come with me? See any weird rocks? Nah, I'm done hanging around rocks after that whole thing in the mine. I get it. Your mom a witch? Yeah, she's way too obvious about it if you ask me. It's pretty cool, though. Can I have more chips? Let's go to the clinic. Apparently, I can't avoid it. That's fine. You make your way up to the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if that's even possible, but I am thinking that if it does happen, and I am thinking it's inevitable, that I'm definitely not going to be making the same choice outcome. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point of this. So we'll see. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. My spleen! It draws me. You used to be quite the Casanova in high school, and back in the day, you learned two things. First, that the second floor of a residential building is never locked, and second, the skills needed to take advantage of that security flaw. No judgmental parents ever managed to get in the way of you and your high school flames. I'm split between my skills now, but I don't have the given my year's afflictions, which prevented me from going to the second floor last time. So I'm inclined to make that choice now. I'm going to get to the terrace. You scan the parts of the building around the terrace and zero in on a drain pipe. Bingo. It's been a while since you've done this, and you're a little rusty, but it doesn't take much effort before you're there. Like riding a bike. You try the door. It's unlocked. It's always unlocked. The upstairs of the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. You're in the clinic. Free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore. I wasn't picking up any second meaning on that word. You can feel that odd sensation again. The nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You're here now, and it knows you're here. And you know exactly what it is. Another stone carving, eager to show you its secrets. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. Hey, Reese! Sir Harpsichord, what are you doing in the morgue? Just thought I'd take a nap. Beat me to it. Maybe you want some company? Hi. Hey. Sorry, this must look kind of weird. I promise that I'm not secretly dead already or something. Sometimes I just come down here to practice, rehearse. If you are a living corpse, that wouldn't be a deal breaker. That's good to know. I'm still not, but I'm glad I haven't managed to scare you off. It's not often I get to meet new people, especially new people I would like to get to know better. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. Oh, yeah. Yep. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance and your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Your mind drifts to the tugging. You touch the wall. It feels disproportionately solid under your palms. Hey, you okay? Thought we were tugging. You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder, and for a moment the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loosens its pull on you. You kind of look possessed there for a second. You could make him understand. Use your words. Don't let this fervor consume you. Be present in the moment. You inhale deeply and take in your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body's storage drawers is labeled Perlane Scarlet. Ooh. Ooh. Examine your aunt's body. You step forward and pull out the drawer. Hey, Annie. So this is your Aunt Perlane, coal baroness of the Scarlet Mines and local she-devil that it seemed no one, not even her own daughter, was able to mourn. This is not the first corpse you've seen, but it feels the same as any other. She's an empty body now, the warmth and energy of a life now dissipated, the same as your mother was, and the same as you'll be one day. One day soon, I bet. Cold air rises from her bluish skin, her vacant, filmy eyes staring up at nothing. You try to imagine what she may have looked like alive and breathing, slinging subtle insults at the townfolk, but it's hard to picture any expression on a face so stiff and cold with death. Making sure she didn't walk off? Poker! Hey! Hey! Yeah, she dead. She looks pretty dead to me, but I guess looks can be deceiving. I'll make sure the doc locks her drawer from here on out. She won't be faking it for long once she's locked in a big refrigerator. Unless she winds up being a zombie or something, but that would be lame. Zombies are so overdone. Can't really disagree on that point. Having seen what there was to see, you slide the drawer back in and close it. Well, that was fun. The mines had a stone carving the other night, as did Oscar's house yesterday. They've been giving me visions, and I can sense one on the other side of this wall. I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency act somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the doc out of her hair. Should take 2 seconds. Yes, please, act now. Wow, you are super desperate about this wall. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear his soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out, though. Really, I thought I'd just pick some up. I got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theatric rasp has left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Come on up. We don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though I'm not sure where she'd be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see an axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies, but something on the desk catches your eye, some sort of records with your family's name on them. Pick up the documents to read later. I'll just take a gander of these on the can. Stealing medical documents? You shut your mouth. Not going to stop you or anything. I know you've got a mystery to solve, so you can steal whatever you want. You've already stolen my heart. Let's check out the medical supply room next. I can imagine a room full of chemicals being a place someone might want to keep an axe. Yeah, I like Reese too. I mean, you know, the whole big monster thing aside. You turn around and leave the office. It's time to move on. The medical supply room is probably a good bet. A fire axe seems like something that might be useful in a room full of chemicals. It's just down the hall. There it is! Looks like it needs a key, though. We better not break the glass. I'd rather explain why I had to steal the axe after we've had a chance to use it. There must be a key in here somewhere. He stops as if listening to something you can't hear. Shit, she's back already. Man, that juice store must have been real close to the house. As if on cue, you hear the front door to the clinic open and close, the creak of its antique hinges echoing down the hallway. Footsteps start down the hall. She's headed this way. Quick, we gotta hide. I'm not supposed to be in here. He opens the closet door and hurriedly motions you inside. You slip past him, scrunching into the small space as best you can. He attempts to slide in after you. Oh, let him in. You make space and he slips in next to you, closing the door just enough that you can both still monitor the entrance to the supply room. Dr. Kelly storms in, plastic bag in tow. God damn it, Sammy. Don't make me moderate you. She takes something out of the bag and places it on the counter. And then she hurries back out, bag rustling as she makes her way back down the hall. I would be immeasurably surprised if there wasn't already a whole lot of Scarlet Hollow fanfics. We better wait a second, just in case. Oh yeah, let's take all the time we want. You're momentarily distracted from the danger and by Reese's sudden closeness. It's almost strange to be in here with him after the way he was hidden away for the first few days of your week in Scarlet Hollow. It made him into a seemingly mythical figure, the tragic artist wasting away in a basement guarded by a tyrannical warden. Now he's right in front of you, a flesh and blood human being, one you could reach out and touch if he so desired. There's no one I'd rather be stuck in an enclosed space with. Reese tenses, his eyes start to you. Oh! Too much! You can tell that he's trembling slightly in the gloom, the air between you practically vibrating. You mean that? Smile and nod. He seems to stumble, almost like his knees gave out slightly at the sight of your smile, leaning his weight onto the doorknob in his hand to stop from falling out of the closet. The door shakes slightly from his nervous grip. Oh, I get it. I'm still dreaming. I'm real. Reach out and touch me if you don't believe it. Reese does as you say, his trembling hand out to your shoulder. He barely touches you, as if he's afraid you'll shatter if he's not careful, but he doesn't take his hand away. It hovers there. Hover hands. His fingertips cold, even though through the fabric of your clothes. So you are... His eyes shine in the darkness, fixed on you. But before either of you can continue, the doctor's footsteps once again echo down the hallway outside. His head swivels suddenly. That was the door to the house. We're in the clear. Let's go. Yeah, let's come out of the closet. The two of you spill out of the closet. Reese quickly and quietly starts pulling out the drawers, scanning them for keys. All right, yeah. Well, we got stuff to do here. You watch as he rifles through the drawers, content to let him figure it out. Soon there's a jingling of keys, and he turns to you, victorious. There we go. They're even color-coded. She made this too easy. Reese pauses to look at the plant on the table. It was weird of her to drop that off, right? Why would she put some alien-looking fruit in the supply room? She's not a pharmacist. She's not supposed to make her own medicine. This room is for storing stuff she orders from an actual pharmacist. And I doubt it's decorative. Let's nosh. Let's eat it. I'm not going to be the one to try that, but I'm taking this with me. He shoves a berry from the weird plant into his pocket. Oh no, he's going to find out the truth. There's no avoiding it. I'll meet you down there. I got to come up with something to cover for the noise. He hands you the axe, and you make your way back down the hallway towards the morgue. You follow Reese's instructions, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. I'm just going to chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all this industrial clanging you listen to. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out on a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. May I make the first blow? Go for it. Oh boy. Oh, I'm playing with fire. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There's some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit! The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place and into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back here. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthly mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing, rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. Yep, step forward. Really? That is very surprising. You step forward into the unknown. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. The final wall concealing the carving is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. And there she be. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research, and I found us an alternative. We don't have to worry about anything from here on out. I promise. I went to talk to the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's all right. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall. I clicked too fast. My finger was operating faster than my mouth. Hey, I was worried you'd be slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, finding some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some sort of seizure. Are you okay? I still have those documents I swiped, right? Yeah, you should still have them on you. Sure enough, you pull out the file containing medical documents about your family. Oh God, all the death certificates. No, not this time. Oh God, that was a whole branch. Yeah, I want to talk to an adult. Yep. I don't think you want her to do that. I think I do. While you were out, I looked this up. No, you didn't. She's not the kind of doctor you want to charge your health care. I should know. I'm the one she's been poisoning for years. Nah, it's nothing like that. I'm sure it's fine. I refuse to take my medicine, so she's on the warpath up there. You should probably take your medicine. I have no idea what she's doing, but I blocked my door so she can't take it down here. Now we just have to wait her out. You should probably take your medicine. I don't want to be here. I want to leave. Why? You're safer with me, down here with me, than out there. Out there, she could hurt you, or someone else could. It'll just be a few hours maximum. Then we'll both be free, I promise. There's something building inside of Reese, but before this moment, he'd always felt so non-threatening, muted and dulled with exhaustion. Now he's practically crackling with electricity. It's like watching a storm gather on the horizon. And you know you need to get out of this basement before that storm hits. You're welcome. I'm calling my cousin. She told me to call. If something weird, I'm calling. That's a good idea. Tell her what we found out. Make it so that woman knows she can't just sweep it all under the rug and trap me like I'm in the basement forever if something happens to you. It's the only way to make sure you can protect yourself. Look, man, you and your mom, that's the whole thing I'm not in the middle of. I don't want to be in the middle of. Yeah. Don't make your thing my thing. That's all I'm saying. Your cousin picks up the phone. What mess have you gotten yourself into now? Oh. Reese locked me in his basement, won't let me leave. What? Oh my god, I always knew he was a creep. Can't believe you ran out of supernatural shit to get stuck in, but it still managed to get into trouble. Yeah. I'll be there as soon as I can. Don't be afraid to kick him if he tries anything. She hangs up. I'm not trapping you here. I'm just concerned. You locked the door. I've expressed my desire to leave. You won't unlock the door. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I know I must seem strange right now. I feel strange. I got all this adrenaline, like I'm in fight or flight mode. Don't let adrenaline. Nope. We don't need to be, having that brain chemistry be happening. There's a knock on the window. Leave now before the situation escalates. I want to see if I can avoid this. I mean, I really do want to see if I can, not have to face this choice. Just because I think that would be a really interesting option if the game let me do that. Who the hell are you? Yes, my spooky boyfriend is here to save me. Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the window. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. It might not be Wayne-proof. You feel a hand on your shoulder and are thrown back from the window. Oh, God. Some bitch. Get away. Leave us alone. As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. The window shatters. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Enemies all around us, huh? In a surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off and Wayne along with it. Let's skedaddle. You've seen enough and you need to leave. You run up the stairs. The door is blocked by a chair, and then it's blocked by something else too. Try and tear through them. You toss the chair out of the way and do your best to tear through the paintings covering the door. It reforms and regenerates too quickly for you to claw your way through. Defeated, you turn back to the basement. The remainder of Reese's paintings await their artist's command. It's okay. Stay right there. I can take care of this and then she won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. I'll be right back. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his smears. Partway up the stairs, he shouts back at you. Oh, and you might want to call off your cousin, by the way. I wouldn't want to spill any more blood than I have to tonight. Oh. Saving my game. Go kill her? The doctor, you mean? No warning. I'm trying to... No, I don't know if... yeah. Hey. Sit rep. I'm driving. Are you bleeding out? If not, find a place to hide and wait for me to get there. I don't like to talk on the phone when I'm in my car. Okay, she's not good about the whole supernatural shit, so I'm going to try and do the lie. It's going to piss her off. Everything's going to piss her off. All right. False alarm. Everything's fine. See you back at the estate later. Okay. Are you serious? Fine. Thanks for the heads up, I guess. All right. Good. Your cousin hangs up the call. Best to follow Reese and see how things play out. You make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday, all intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of this clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there's a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. Open the door. You grasp the handle and turn. Dr. Kelly emerges from the shadows and levels a firearm in your direction. You instantly notice it's not a proper rifle, but some kind of tranquilizer gun. Doc! Don't tell me what to do, lady. You're not my mom. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing past your ear. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls out the tranquilizer dart from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're gonna have to try harder than that, you bee. Could have just said bitch. Oh, how did you... As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. It's Wayne! Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between the cracks in the wood. Reese's panic pulling in a mob of furious smears to hold his enemies in place. The artist darts away, but the smears continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway, and Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway, and Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint, and run after Dr. Kelly, run to a nearby room. I've already done the Kelly thing. I know, like, what she's done, so let's go to the nearby room. You rush out of the main entryway, taking cover in the first room you see. A few seconds pass. Things are quiet. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You, sir... Oh, I did do this path before. Okay. You, Sir Harpsichord. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. You're in the medical storage room, right? I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled carfentanil, but bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good. You should hear this. Oh, that's right. That is what happened. It's the illusion of choice. Sir Harpsichord, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt anyone else, just her. You threatened my cousin. I'm just saying. I mean, I've kind of already decided which way this is going to go, but I mean, don't bullshit. You know, don't lie to me. We had a moment. Lies don't become us, sir. If I don't, you and I both know she's going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down in that basement or someplace even worse and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence? I feel amazing right now, better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she finally has to pay for what she's taken from me. Wayne! Help me! He's a little tied up at the moment. Not anymore. Reese cries out in pain. Oh, the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. I'll grab them. That doesn't mean it's like... I haven't... yeah, I'm gonna... I still haven't made my choice yet. Head for the safe room. Yeah, I know, but I still haven't, like, come to the actual choice yet. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the mass of paint sealing it shut. Unless that was the choice. We'll see. I did save the game, so, I mean, I could always try it again. But I think I haven't come to the choice yet. She shuts the door quickly. She stomps on it. Sorry, Sammy. I can't do anything right. She stomps on it. Paint viscera splatters across the cement floor. Sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. So now that I'm all in on your secrets, I guess we're kind of a team, huh? Gonna flirt with her. Kid, you're at least a decade too young for me. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe. Shit, this might be game time. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Hey, George, welcome. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Don't give her the tranquilizer darts. You take a cautious step back from the doorway. You convince yourself he's evil. You've never even given him a chance to just exist. Maybe he's okay. Maybe you're just assuming he's evil because he looks scary. Stop messing around and hand them over now. Reese pushes his now massive form into the safe room, staring down at his mother. He could be okay. Give him a chance. This could be all right for all of us. Reese, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm going to keep watching. This is fine. He could be okay. This could... No. Well, I mean, maybe it's still all right. Sorry you had to see that. I could still romance him. Dialogue options marked romance will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to. Hold him tight. Welcome to the Dead Moms Club. Guess we all get there eventually, right? Glad it was sooner than rather than later. No way was I getting out of here as long as she was around. I mean, look at this room. A prison cell ready for its occupant. Good thing she never got the chance to use it. I don't want to romance him. Like, okay, so maybe I'm wrong on this, but I'm thinking of this like The Sims, okay, where you flirt, but then at some point your flirting gets to a point where you're like committing. And I kind of want to flirt with everyone. I don't know. Would that shut me off from other branches? Would I still have the ability to flirt with anybody else? All right. Hold him tight. Just for you, Sammy. Just for you. You carefully pick your way across the room, trying your best to avoid the fresh blood splattered across the floor, and kneel next to Reese. You can see a sadness in his eyes, staring into yours from his inhuman face, viscera still dripping from his maw. His maw! Get it? You lean in and wrap your arms around him. It takes him a moment to react, seemingly shocked at your touch, but his arms fold around you, his wide palms pressing you gently to him, holding you against his bony chest. His shoulders shake in your grip. You realize he's crying. He breaks away. Sir Harpsichord, I'm sorry you had to be there for this, but thank you. Thank you for understanding me. I need to get out of here, go somewhere there aren't any memories, but I'll see you soon. And then he breaks out of your embrace and stumbles out of the safe room. His footsteps getting faster and faster as he runs off into his new life. Shell-shocked, you stumble out of the clinic and into the night air. The night is oddly warm compared to the chill of the day. Crickets singing quietly in the sleepy little neighborhood. Everything that happened in the clinic feels almost like a dream, and now that it's over, you realize how little it meshes with your understanding of the world. Let's go home! It's time to go home. It's time for you to get home. He appears as if out of nowhere, clothes streaked with what at first looks like what looks like blood and gore, but you quickly realize it's paint, of evidence of his altercation with Reese. I'll walk you. Thank God you're okay. I was worried Reese might have gotten you. Wayne emits a strange kind of coughing sound. You realize he's laughing. Shall we? Oh, we shall. Wayne walks just ahead of you in near complete silence. Flirt with Wayne. Try and hold his hand. He pulls away as you reach forward, leaving you grasping at air. A thoughtful gesture, but you don't want to do that. I wouldn't wish to frighten you. But I promise there will be a time and a place. Oh boy, the bond we could share, Sir Harpsichord. It would be deeper than any bond you could form with anyone else. Do you know what happened to Stella? She ran off, didn't she? Remember that if you find her. She won't be there if you need her. Yeah, let's continue on. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try to spend some time in that old building before you head into town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you, and you might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. He disappears into the underbrush. Oh, we didn't get the chance to see Stella this time around. The estate feels empty, wind howling through its abandoned halls, the very foundations creaking beneath you. Your cousin must have already gone to bed. Still no option to explore. I guess that may be in episode or chapter 5. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost welcoming, a sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. Before your thoughts can drift away to nightmarish recollections of hours past, your phone buzzes on the nightstand. It's a text from Stella. Hey, looks like I missed the whole town earlier today. I'm okay. I'll see you tomorrow. You're too tired to even think of a response. Oh, that's a dick move. She's been missing all day. You couldn't at least say, okay. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. I love you, Sammy. As you drift off, you think of Reese out in the woods somewhere, bloodstained, free and beautiful. And then you think of nothing. This is the end of chapter 4. Follow us on social media to stay up to date on the rest of Scarlet Hollow's development. All right, so saving the game. And that will do it for Scarlet Hollow. I won't be doing any more videos or runs until the developers release episode 4 or episode 5. So thank you so much for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I had fun on both the normal run and the hardcore mode run, which were very different from one another. And we shall see. Once episode 5 gets released, I guess I'll continue on with both branches of the storyline because I'm kind of curious to see how both of them turn out. So I look forward to seeing you then. Tomorrow I will be back, probably playing Phantasmagoria again. So check that out. Watch me on watch me live on streaming at Rotted_gaming on Twitch at any time or after the fact on my YouTube channel, Rotted Gaming. Thank you so much for joining me here, everybody. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, George. Thank you. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great week. And yeah, bye-bye.